Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon, where we are in the Grim Garten today in the interstitial sanctum, and for now I want to talk with all the NPCs here, with all our characters, and then we go around the city and talk to everyone there. But... okay, fishers. So, just what is it you two are trying to do here? I mean, you didn't even put any bait on your hook. How are you supposed to catch any fish? Actually, we are not trying to. You see, this is a technique our master taught us that helps focus the mind. Simply dropping the fishing line into the water is enough to let you calm your heart and face your inner self. Been a while since I've done it myself, so I figured I'd give it a spin for old time's sake. But of course, my fellow Divine Blade was one step ahead of me. But why is they taking part? Can't say you ever struck me as a type to do something so... quiet? What can I say? Sometimes the mood just strikes, you know? There's no deep meaning to it or anything. Just kinda feels like it might help prepare me for tomorrow. Guessing you felt the same? Essentially, yeah. Can you continue keeping each other company then? It's not every day I get to do this with a fellow disciple after all. Sure, of course. I wish you guys would just fish like normal people. Wanted to eat some fish burgers. Think you're missing the point here. Air fishing, huh? Talk about some serious brain training. Maybe I'll stick around, kick back with a drink or two. Sometimes quite nights like this are just what the doctor ordered, you know? Now that I think about it, Shizuna and I have fought nearly every time our paths have crossed. I'm glad we got the opportunity to do something relaxing for a change. You really do have a big heart, Reen. I can see why Master thinks so highly of you. This baitless fishing thing is a technique my master taught me a long time ago. It's a good way to train your focus. Oh, but sometimes fish will just jump onto my hook anyway. Not sure why. She's extraordinary as ever, I see. Fishing, but with a goal of not actually catching any fish. Sometimes I just don't understand humans. And now all this fish talk has made me hungry again. Oh, Lapis. Oh, that reminds me, I've been hoping to catch Sacred Journey at the theater in Basel recently, but unfortunately we weren't actually offering any screenings for it. Yeah, lineup can change from theater to theater, sadly. But you know, I actually had a lot of fun with that movie. Not every day I could cast for roles like Barbara. Kinda feels like playing her broke new ground for me. Caught that one the other day, actually. Wasn't bad, felt like it had some real heart to it. Personally, I've been wanting to see Crimson Fist. Oh, practically everyone in the film community is talking about that one. Gotta say, Nina played that role to a T. Now I want it too. Wonder if there's a way to set up a showing in VR. Can you even imagine how revolutionary that would be? You can watch movies of people entire nations away. Would be neat, that's for sure. Maybe we'll figure out a tech for it in the future. I saw 3-Point Heat not too long ago. Nina Fenley's in that one too. The range is just incredible. Yeah, no kidding. It would be nice to see all the film culture spread to the Empire and Crossplay someday. It's just... there's so many films I'd like to watch with Yuna and Milliam. Man, could talk movies all day if you let me. Would be nice to do a screening in VR someday. The director actually recommended Sacred Journey to me the other day, so I figured, why not give it a shot? Wasn't a bad watch, and man, that sister had some real guts too. Would love to see a flick like that again. I think Burgot wondered if it had been inspired by someone from the church. An actual sister of a girl's Twitter. So you're an avid radio listener as well, Mr. Burgot? I am indeed. I find it a near indispensable form of entertainment, truthfully, particularly when I'm out camping or on road trips. Weather and traffic reports are my usual go-tos, but I've been known to partake in the occasional talk show and music program as well. And during my travels in the Empire, I'd even tune into Abendtime too. Ah yes, the show the second Angus likes to broadcast from Twister, yes? Actually, I'd love to know your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Simon, considering she's still active in society, I mean. Well, as I see it, the two are largely unrelated to one another. The show is simply a hobby of hers, after all. By the way, on a separate note, I also happened to listen to that show you were on prior to the war, Miss Herschel. especially on working women. I must say, it made for quite the interesting listen while I was recuperating. I mean, I'm honored to hear you speak so highly of it, but how did you even manage to catch that episode? I was only in it once. I actually received a request from an Eaton newsletter to speak on a radio program recently. Perhaps I should have agreed to it. It would have at least been nice to have the experience. Didn't I do that? Or was it one of those I skipped?
I take it you'd like... I take it you'd like something decrypted? Leave it to me. Decryption complete. What do you think?
I haven't, okay, then... I skipped through it because I have definitely shown it off. It seems the second Angus is still running that little radio show for us, if only on occasion. The Angus certainly are a free-thinking bunch. The Empire actually has quite a robust radio culture. Even I've been on the show before. I'd expect Mr. Bergert would listen to it though. I'm so embarrassed. Radios pair particularly well with road trips and camping excursions. I'd listen to the radio quite often on my travels across the continent. In this age of ever advancing technology, however, I can only hope that the relevance keeps for years to come.
Want to search this place?
Let's do this thing. That's it. Think I caught me a rare one.
A gold salmon. But only a small one. Okay. You two are quite adept at this game. I could say the same to the both of you, Mr. Balthazar, Mr. Wafek. Man, this is hard. My brain's not made for stuff like this. So you say, and yet you're picking up victories by waiting for the optimal opportunity to strike. It's clear that military achievement is not the only trait that decides S-rank aptitude. Ah, please, there's no need for flattery here. Oh, and you can stop acting like you're struggling now. I can tell you're just trying to get info out of us through small talk. Well, I won't deny that I'd hope to learn something of use from you two. Here, why don't we set aside the probing questions for a moment so we can focus on settling this game of ours? Oh, Mr. Arcus, would you care to... Nah, I pass. Not looking to wear myself out any more than I already have. I started this game of Bridge with the intention of getting us all to relax. I didn't expect us to get so heated over it. At first, I chose to ignore the probing questions, but perhaps it would be best if we focus on the game and the game alone. In the past, I joined Swin and the others for the occasional card game or two. For fun, of course. However, this group is much more difficult to play against. A challenge I enjoy, I expect. My, such excellent poker faces. Well, since we have the opportunity, why not revel in a bit of challenge, no? Never been all that good with head games, honestly, but I guess time will make anyone a sly dog. And at least with something like this, I can get the best of both worlds. Fun and info.
Let's do a search.
Oh, that smells fantastic, Fee, and so soothing too. What kind of tea is it? Chamomile. Try to keep a few bags on hand for the nurse, you know. Thought it might help to brew a cup or two for you guys. You've been pretty worried lately. And I'm sure us not being able to talk about things isn't exactly helping. Well, your concern is definitely appreciated. You know, this actually kind of brings me back. Granny used to make tea for me when I couldn't sleep as a kid. Cutie. Look, I know things are rough in the real world right now. There's no point in losing sleep over it, okay? So, let's take this moment to rest together. Or we still can. Actually, I do feel like I've managed to calm down a bit. Thanks, Fee. You've got nothing to thank me for. I feel so awful about this. I mean, in just a couple hours we'll be... But there won't be any bad endings while Ez and I are around. Not on our watch. You know, I was actually in Forest's gardening club back in the day. Still like to grow things in my free time. I know we're all busy and on edge, but I think everyone needs a breather once in a while, you know? I was hoping to rush over to Anchorville as soon as I'd heard news of a Vestige's presence in the area, but unfortunately it seems dealing with a fallout from what happened in the capital is going to take longer than I thought. My employer has me elsewhere at the moment as well. Though I've been hoping to help out with what's happening in Judith's hometown. We appreciate the concern, but don't worry yourselves too much over the matter. I'm sure we manage just fine. After all, helping people with complicated matters is what Awkward Solutions is all about. And yes, well, just make sure you don't push yourself too hard, alright? And keep an eye on Vaughn, please. I'll be able to rest much easier knowing someone's keeping him in line. Hey! Leave it to me! I worry how a Vestige's presence in Anchorville could affect Van Daren and the others. I wish I could join them, but I suppose for now I'll leave it to you. Please take care of them. Agnes has grown so strong, hasn't she? Now I can even entrust her with you. Make sure you support her in town, Van, alright? Like you even need to ask? Let's give it our all out there, Van. For our friends and for all the people of the Republic.
What's next?
Sure is a lot of sighing, I hear. Hey, you kids got something on your mind, remember? Your friendly neighborhood priest's always ready to lend an ear. Sorry, but I ain't looking for penance right now, old man. Especially not from a crack like you. Freaking mouth on this one. But that's you, I guess. Look, let me just say this, then. Whether or not you're capable of overcoming the obstacles ahead of you is going to be up to you and you alone. You're so right for us, huh? Ha! Bad advice for us or yourself? After all, you might have a little team of yours in Farbad. It looks to me like you're still trying to shoulder everything all by your lonesome. Now I see why you are one of Arkwright's assistants. And if it's that obvious, maybe it's time I got my act together. Not much time left after all. Man, was gonna offer some of my sage wisdom to the youngsters, but they decided to hit me where it hurts instead. You got some good employees, Arkwright. Make sure you take care of them. He's right, whether I can make it through, what's ahead is up to me and me alone. I won't give in. Not now, not ever. Like I'd be interested in asking forgiveness. Nah, I'm gonna keep working my own path. Don't care what gets in my way.
What's next?
Wrong direction. So let's talk in the city now.
Now for the latest news from our news desk.
The city is really heating
Today's
up.
news briefing comes to us
There's a
straight
lot
from
more
the
travelers
Tyrell
around here that I
Times.
don't recognize. Honestly, I never
With
thought it would
tomorrow's
be
manned
this
rocket launch
busy.
just around the
Gonna have to
corner,
hustle to get enough
commemorative
delicious
events
skewers
held
and
far
drinks
and
ready.
wide have reached a fever pitch. Set for the same day is a celebratory gala at Edith City Hall. Invitees have been entering count.
It's been a while since I fished last, but I'm already on a roll. This river's as bountiful as ever. My new yacht is holding up swimmingly too. Glad I decided to do a bit of travel. Though I do wonder, are Kyle and the others already on their way to Longley? It's their first time traveling so far. I admit I'm a bit worried, but I hope they may have a blast.
Okay. What have we got?
My long-distance bus from these 3 cities just arrived. It definitely seems like we're getting lots of tourists over the next couple days. Things will get pretty crowded when everyone tries to go home, but we're committed to getting people back safely. The 2 families. Excuse me, I'm sorry for barging in at such a late hour. Please, think nothing of it. It thanks to you I got the chance I was looking for. Since it's so late, why don't you stay the night? Good idea, we can talk a whole bunch over dinner. That sounds lovely. Maybe we can discuss what's to come? Just what are Marina and I to each other? We're the same age, so it's not like I'm her older brother and she's not my older sister. Who cares? Families come in all shapes and sizes. It's so nice to finally be able to meet Marina after only seeing her in photos. Hopefully, we can all get along like one big happy family.
Well...
Thanks for today, you guys. I know things might be difficult going forward, but if I need to, I know I can always come to you. I heard you saved Marina. Thank you so much for what you did. I told my husband, he's in the capital, about everything that happened. There's still a lot I need to think about, but I'm sure things will be alright. I'm her mother. We just have to support each other as a family. Jody and Marina are my grandkids, and I'm proud of both of them. We're going to be a family together from now on, so I want to dote on them as much as I can. That is the right attitude for such a situation. It's just about closing time. Might seem a little early, but this shopping district has always been a little old-fashioned like that, you know? Sorry to rush you, but if you're gonna buy something, please try and make it quick. Signature book is doing well. Same with Golden Requiem. She's so intense about her note-taking. Yeah, I guess this is another way she shows her love for Judith, huh?
We've all kinds of movie merch. Thanks a bunch.
We have all kinds of fresh vegetables.
Like I don't tell me you... Talk about the catch of the day. Guess I put him up for sale then. Looks like she had quite the catch. She sure seems satisfied. I'd love it if Lanka would take over the shop for me one day. My daughter seems more interested in fishing than vegetables. I really wish I could give her the attention she deserves. Being a single dad is rough business.
Hey, welcome. Don't be a stranger.
I can't believe the man in charge, Dr. Grant, was arrested. And now I can't even get in touch with a medical director. Just what's going on? Please wait, my company. If I remember correctly, Federica had a deal with the hospital. Dang. Poor girl's got some rotten luck. Number 4 on the list of ways to enjoy La Nuit de Chat Noir. Bask in its atmosphere at night. The performances here are when things really come alive. Did you know that even Dominique used to sing here back in the day? You and your Paul should sit back and relax, Mr. Maybe. Looks like he's already made up his mind. That old guy who just left didn't seem like a normal bloke. It's all why I could feel the lecherous energy emanating off of him. It matches even my own. I'd love to hear all about his sexy transcontinental adventures. You still got a long way to go to be like your grandmother, but you've improved so much. Why don't we have to perform you every time you come home? I'm happy to hear it, but could you please give me some time to breathe? Yo, didn't think I'd run into you problem solvers again. Ah, you're the guy who helped us on that 4SPG earlier, Louis, right? Oh, did you know? Way to go, Louis! He's my boyfriend. Is that so? We had no idea. I heard some folks were staying at the restaurant. Guess it must be all of you. Seriously, thanks a lot for what you did. You really saved Jason. All part of the job. Besides, we wouldn't have been able to do it without you. I take it you're done with work for a day? Make sure to take it easy, alright? Well do, pal. Judith's so good at singing. She's not a top actress or nothing. Wait, I'm gonna work hard too. This is the life, a great song with great lyrics. I like to raise a toast to you folks, especially for all you did for Jason. We talked with you.
Best show ever.
That was wonderful, Judith. You're as amazing as ever. I made sure to record you on my T-phone in secret, so I can listen to you every night from now on. I think it's not the same, but whatever.
It's searching time.
There's some stuff in the house. There's a special radio program scheduled for tomorrow's rocket launch. Our reporters have been running all over the place, and we still need to put on the extra paper. I'm busy too, but as a member of the Eaton News Agency, I've got to do my best.
Let's have a look.
There's a ceremony scheduled at City Hall tomorrow. They asked us to help out, so we'll be sending over food and wait stuff. It's a little awkward considering what happened, but it's not exactly the event's fault. I just want to make sure everything goes well for the people who take part. The man in charge of City Hall came and apologized during the day. After explaining the situation, he even said they would cover any losses incurred by the hotel. I understand that things are particularly busy right now. If he's willing to go this far, then I have no choice but to accept his offer. He may not stand out, but I could tell he was a good person. Thanks for coming with me tonight. But you're sure you're okay not spending more time with your younger brother and childhood friend? Yes, I'm sure. We chatted plenty already. Now that I know they're doing well, I know I'll see them again soon. And besides, I'm sure Jess and Raymond have lots to talk about. I see. You really trust and care about them, don't you? That's part of making you such a lovely woman. Hashim. She truly is wonderful. I found myself relying on her support too. Now I know I have to tell her how I feel, for her sake too. I had a feeling, but I guess he really does feel that way about me. But seeing Jess again today, I realized I still haven't gotten over it. Still, he's moving on with his life. What if this is a turning point for me?
So...
Beginning search.
Okay, and Vega is still singing. Yeah, Vega, let us make sure our voices can reach space together. This special concert is just getting started. The next song is Planet Rain. Keep up, everybody. Rachel, what do you think? You're an idol. The company finds out about this. They're going to hold me responsible. I'll be fired for sure. I get the feeling she's surprising is popular though. Could be she's looking to strike out on her own path. Talk to Sandra already? No. Tomorrow's a big rocket launch, so I've been asked to help with the broadcasting vehicles. If I remember correctly, they'll be broadcasting in two... Wait, they want to broadcast at the reception hall in City Hall? That's the first I'm hearing about this. Huh, tomorrow's gonna be a real doozy. Frances went to the hospital to take care of things there. I wanted to go with her, but, look, I don't mean anything by it. Just want to hurry up and become a proper officer so I can help her out. I respect Frances from the bottom of my heart. Even though I'm really awkward, she still took the time out of her busy schedule to teach me how to do my job. I just want to become a proper police officer so I can help her out, that's all. Alright. I found the moon. It's almost a full one too. I'm so glad I got to give Yuto his present. He's got this really rough heart disease, you see? And apparently the surgery he needs isn't successful very often, but it's just... You know what? I'm sure he'll be fine. I know he'll get better. Yuto's been my best friend ever since I was really little. We're gonna play together a whole bunch when he gets better. Let's hope for the best. Interest, government bonds. Crap, I've been racking my brain so long Crumb fell asleep. It's already closing, I need to hurry and get him home. I couldn't make a decision today either, but at least I got to see how dependable Crumb has become. I said it was worth it. Crumb is incredibly sharp, you see. I'm always counting on him, but sometimes he just nods off like he's got an empty battery. I don't know if it's because he thinks too much or what. When he gets like this, he won't move a muscle. I always gotta carry him home. Oh, my apologies, we're only open till 7 PM. You're welcome to buy some novelties, but the teller windows are all closed. Or if you have business with our vice president, and please head up to the second floor.
How can I help you? Please come again. Beginning search!
Things turn out just the way we expected. Contact everyone, yes, even him. It's time to make a decision. Yes, sir. Old man Fan. Things seem pretty hectic. We have confirmed the presence of a vestige is here, so yes, things are pretty hectic. But thanks to all of your hard work, I'll finally be able to do what I must. How just like you to keep things vague. Is it safe to assume our arrangement from this afternoon is still in effect? Yes, don't worry, we won't get in your way. However, the time is almost here. Be careful, Aaron. Of course. Thanks to all of your hard work, I'll finally be able to do what I must. The time has almost come. Be careful, Aaron.
Now where?
Oh, I missed people in the shop? Who did I miss? Ah, Nurse Bloom and Judo. I got special permission from Dr. Hussein to go out. I'm so happy I can finally get Luna a gift. What to get? Something Luna would really like. Maybe a new plastic model? Or maybe something she could use outdoors. I'm not really sure what to buy, but that's what makes it so fun. It's been a long time since I've done something like this.
Okay.
Luna gave me her favorite book series. I want to get her something in return, but what? I'm gonna make sure I pick a perfect gift. Yuto's disease may be serious, but if he stays cooped up in the hospital all the time, he's going to lose his strength. Got permission to take him out as long as I stay at his side. Apparently he has a charming little errand to run, so I'm going to do my best to help him. It might have taken a little too long. It's already dark outside. We won't get back soon. I'm going to get in trouble. It's about time to lock up. Better do the rounds outside. You're always right on time. Personally, I think it would do you a lot of good if you loosened up a little. I think not. As a man of a clergy, I must always set an example. I could hardly consider myself an adult if I was loose with the time overruled. Oh, Leon, you really are such a serious man. Wonder if he thinks of Judith as something of a rival? I know he respects how hard she works, but... What is it, Sisteria? Keep staring at me. Oh, it's nothing at all. Leon wanted to join the clergy ever since he was little. Once he graduated from Sunday school, he studied in the holy city of Ateria and finally became a priest. He struggles with being honest with himself, but he's more than capable of recognizing the good in those around him. It's simply a matter of course for a clergyman to be timely and abiding by the rules. Per custom, let us once again offer our prayers of gratitude to the goddess.
Beginning search.
I have done what I can for believers. What will happen to us now that the saint has been recognized formally? Do you have business here? Doesn't look like you've come to make a confession. If you have no reason to be here, I suggest that you hurry home. Sometimes there are those who fail to change, no matter how many times I spread the word of the goddess. Our mission is to guide those who fall into the path of evil, but there are some people who cannot be saved. Even so, I do not believe our actions to be in vain. Alright, I've loaded up at the logistics center, so I'm just about good to go. Once I've had dinner, it'll be time to do a late-night round-trip drive to Ration. And tomorrow, I'll be able to sit back, relax, and catch a rocket launch stream here in Anchorville. Now then, our top priority is figuring out where those sketchy masked folks went off to, right? When I take a look around the outskirts, I'm sure someone already's done a quick sweep, but it just so happens I'm an expert at sensing people and monsters out in nature. Let's see what turns up. Seems they've gotten a handle on all this clerical work, Legato. Meanwhile, you're getting stronger and stronger, lad. I bet you're even tougher than I was now. When are you gonna go for that A rank? Please, I'm nowhere near that. You know all too well that Bracer's ranks aren't based on strength alone. Anyway, I gotta say, it's a relief to see you're just as skilled as ever. I'm counting on you to manage all of our intel and keep in contact with the other branches. Don't worry, I'm on it. I'll make sure everything is taken care of, so you guys can go all out. I can probably leave the hospital investigation to Alvis and co. I'm going to see if I can't figure out a way to track down those masked bastards with a different approach. By looking into who's been going in and out of the city, studying the monsters on the outskirts, watching Hayu's movements. Let's just say there's a lot to consider. I figure I got nothing to lose from trying to track down any clues like I can. So, our approach. You know, Lahat and I got to where we are side by side. We trained together when he came over from the Central East. But I digress. In any case, Alvis got in touch. The investigation of the hospital is proceeding without issue. He's gotten some useful info on the underground lab, how it was used and about the drug in question. In other words, you can trust that the matter is in good hands. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're already aware of the situation, I've been sharing intel with the capital. I'm surprised there are still facilities with ties to Armata, but it's time to accept reality. I'm going to ask the other branches to look into whether or not similar cases are playing out in their jurisdictions. I just got in touch with Guild HQ in Amman a moment ago. It sounds like we're starting to get serious and will be handling cases across the Republic. But I find it hard to believe they would move in such force over just the uncovering of Armata facilities.
Let's have a look.
Oh, Grandma, you really need to come to get me. Why, I just wanted to see you as soon as possible, my dear. Come along now. Let's hurry home and have dinner. I made all your favorites. No way! I love your cooking. Just don't push yourself too hard, okay? I know. You truly are such a kind girl, Isla. Right, we helped her to, well, when the capital was locked off, we helped her break, the curfew. Wait, it's Awkward Solutions from the capital. Yo, I remember I took on your request to get you to Anchorville. You're a woman who works at IOTA. Well, you seem different from how you are at the store. Heh, so this is an act in front of a customer, huh? Come on, don't be like that. Yeah, guys, can you lay off our old client? They're ones from earlier, so... They know Isla? I don't know how they met, but I'm glad they seem so friendly. Grandma's gotten a lot better, so she's been temporarily discharged from hospital. She's definitely getting older, so it'd probably be pretty hard for her to get discharged permanently. Still, I want to be with her as much as possible. I'm really glad I came home. My son and his wife are busy right now. It's been a while, but I finally get to enjoy some quality time with Isla. Going to spoiler rotten? I live around in the city and didn't see any sign of those masked guys. At least there hasn't been any trouble so far. But now that we know we're operating in the city, we can't let our guard down. Let's keep our eyes and ears open while we wait for Alvis and the others to finish their investigation. I guess that's all we can do for now. Still, I'm concerned that Heyu is getting info from another source. It does seem that way. They sent folks to Anchorville even before the cops did. Even if that wasn't the case, they've still been making moves in Langport. I don't think it's just because some of them have gotten mixed up with the masks. I wonder if it's related to that masked kicker user. What do they know what we don't? We're keeping an eye on the city while Albus and the others investigate things at the hotel. I want to believe things will be okay since we have Shaoling, Kazan, and Lahat here. But I don't think manpower alone is going to solve this situation. Still, just knowing that something is going on here in Anchorville is a step forward. I was called here because of Heyu's presence, and because one of the masked people practices the Gekka style. Whatever reason I'm a bracer, I always do whatever I can. It's time to show my skills as a Gekka practitioner and the results of my training in Le Mans. I show classic films at night, and tonight is Woe's Requiem. It's a film that shows just what Nina Fenley is made of, and she truly came into her own. In the behind-the-scenes commentary, she mentioned that she studied the way Judith handles character building. It shows. The shopping district, Kowloon Financial Bank, the hospital. I've seen it at all. The city isn't very big. Well, the Elba Company's logistics center just outside the city limits is pretty impressive. Is it worth buying land here in Anchorville or not? This cocktail sure is delicious. Apparently we're collaborating with someone. Is it a limited product? Looks like there's another one too. Maybe I'll give it a try. I see, so you're no longer hoping for anything more between you and Carol? Yeah, I want her to be happy after all. Besides, I have something to devote myself to now. I don't have any more regrets. Really, I'm glad you're finally moving forward. All I ever wanted was for you to keep smiling. Jess, there's actually something I've been meaning to say to you about what you told me back then. I've been thinking things over, and I was genuinely happy when you told me you loved me and was someone special to you. I don't know if I can ever truly respond to your feelings, but I was touched. Raymond, you don't need to force yourself. All I want is for you to be happy. Even what you said just now is more than enough for me. I'm glad I fell in love with you, Raymond. Come on, man. You're gonna make me blush. But, you know, I'm really glad to hear you being so positive. So you came out, huh? Yes, but only to my manager and the members of staff I'm close to. To be honest, I was expecting the worst, but I knew it was something I couldn't avoid if I wanted to move forward. And when I came out to them, they accepted me for who I am. It felt like I finally put down the heavy burden I'd been carrying with me all this time. Really? You sure are amazing, Jess. I knew you'd find the courage to move forward. It really means a lot to hear you say that. I guess it's more evidence I've made the right choice. I don't know what will happen from here on out, but I know that one day I'll find my future. It's a feeling I can't deny. It's probably not my place to say this, but I'm glad you've been able to move on. As your best friend, it's a relief. Thanks, and don't worry, I still have a code so that I don't betray your feelings.
So...
It's weird, you know? Can you speak with Jess normally, even knowing how he feels about me? It makes me happy to know how he feels about me, and I do think of him as my best friend. Which is why I don't want to lie to him. I want to face him properly. I'm glad he was able to understand that. He hasn't changed at all. Still so honest. I really am glad I fell in love with him, and that I'm still his best friend. All I ask, but he keeps moving forward.
Well,
People are really enjoying my collab cocktail. At times like these, it made me glad I became a bartender. It's such a lovely city. It's a cozy vibe that suits the soul. It's the same atmosphere I strive for with my bar. Isn't that funny?
off we go.
Alright, hospital.
Search time.
I can't believe something like this happened. This is way beyond the mere scandal. Could Totterant really have that connection with the Mafia? I really respect what a serious and capable person he was. It's just devastating. I had a lot of respect for Dr. Grant, but how are they gonna break this to the patients? I see, so back then supplies were being brought in through that route. With that in mind, was the construction worker a ploy for something else? Well, anyway, this information was very useful. Thank you for your assistance. A large number of officers, and myself included, were deployed here from Edith along with Inspector Lasmani. We suspect this incident is related to what happened yesterday. The EPD will get to the bottom of this as we're taking point on this investigation. Oh, it's you. We've been carrying out our own investigation into the hospital. In particular, the guild's been taking the lead on looking through that underground facility and cleaning up the monsters down there. Though I guess you guys deserve some credit for finding the place first. Hey, you guys are taking over the investigation and making sure the place is safe is a big help for us, you know? We picked up on a few suspicious threats since then. Seems like there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Yeah, thanks to all of you taking over here, we've been able to follow up on clues elsewhere. You were talking with that old timer, right? You and the SWAT helmet or something like that? Of course, we'd also like to hear what he had to say at some point. But for now, there's still plenty of leads for us to gather at the hospital. We'll end the rest of the investigation here and share our findings later. For the underground facility, the younger two, Gray and Angie, took point. I went down there with them and we made quick work of the monsters and found some evidence that had been overlooked. Those two have really improved a lot. It was the right choice bringing them along. We're done investigating the underground area for now. Are you okay, Angie? No injuries? Yeah, monster vet level, no problem. Especially with your help. Still, it's hard to believe one of Almata's facilities was still working beneath our feet here. Yeah, it took me by surprise too. At the very least, I'm glad you were able to get key evidence and drug samples from the place. That said, there's still a few unexplained things that are bothering me. I might need to look into this a bit further. Unexplained things? Do you mean those succulent plants? It's weird. When we first found them, they were completely white. They've been slowly starting to return to their normal color. Yeah, that's definitely strange too. I think the color change may have been caused by one of those white devices. It's all thanks to you noticing the change early on that we were able to record it. We need to include it in our report. But the thing that's bothering me is, how did the mask group even know the facility was there in the first place? Alright, you'd think a place like that would just stay hidden away after Almata's downfall. Yet the mask group seems to have restarted operations there quite some time ago. Yeah, the facility's concealment and the mask group's sources of intel are both still shrouded in mystery. I hadn't really thought about it, but nothing about this makes sense. What's going on in this city? I still can't believe there was a facility like that right below our feet. If only I'd realized sooner. No, I know there's no point saying that now. All I can do now is find whatever clues I can and uncover truth bit by bit. And I do it in my brother's stead. Angie really showed her stuff while we were investigating the underground facility. Just what I'd expect from Legato's sister. Thanks to her, we've cleared out the place. There doesn't seem to be a need to investigate any further. I'd really like to make sure the hospital can resume regular operations starting tomorrow. I'm truly grateful to Albus and Angie for helping move things along so quickly. The police asked me to perform a component analysis on this sample. That's all fine and good, but then they start asking me if it could be connected to the rioting, to the hallucinations. How well should I know that? I'm just here to tell you what the stuff's made of. Figure out the rest of that crap on your own. On top of that, I'm having to work overtime for this. Better be getting paid for all this extra work. I mean, sure, the equipment here is top of the line. It's probably faster to do the analysis here than at the police lab. But it doesn't mean I'm gonna work for free. Someone better be shelling out for this.
Let's have a look.
Yes, it's fine. The gastrointestinal surgery department is now in a position to resume treatment. I'll show you the way now, and I'll inform my doctor as well. I'm sorry for the trouble, especially at a time like this. You all weren't supposed to be open this late today, were you? No, but looking after our patients is our highest priority. After all, illnesses don't take a day off. Once the doctor is ready, we can begin treatment, so please wait in the procedure room. After all that's happened this afternoon, I can't keep the patients waiting anymore. We don't have any direction from a medical director, so at the moment the doctors and nurses are all handling everything on our own judgment. I'd like to be able to put all the patients' minds at ease though, so it would be best if we can go back to our normal operations by tomorrow. So, you don't know anything about the underground facility created during the previous department head's tenure? Not a thing. I'm as shocked as anyone that the place even exists. I never thought all the former directors' dealings would be exposed like this. All that stuff was supposed to have been swept under the rug, so why? It would seem there has been several prior reports of strange noises coming from the entrance to the underground facility. Why didn't you attempt to conduct any inspections or investigations of a building? Well, I just thought it best not to stop any unnecessary trouble. If a damn facility had just stayed hidden, my position would have been secure. The way things are going, I'll be able to sponsor all this whole mess.
Beginning search.
My examination was delayed because of all that commotion earlier. The police even showed up and now I just can't calm down. What if I've got something serious? Well, no. I can't give in to those negative thoughts. I need to stay strong. I'm assisting Inspector Desvani with an investigation as a representative of the local police. I hadn't heard anything about that mafia struck since we attempted a terrorist attack last year. The guild dealt with things quickly back then, but I'm shocked there was still a whole underground facility dedicated to the stuff. As the local police, we need to be extra vigilant. I see, so there's been a gag order on the VIP ward all along. In all likelihood it was that desire to cover things up that delayed the crimes being committed there from being discovered. Yes, speaking as someone who works there, it's quite embarrassing. But please don't misunderstand. Everyone at the hospital, doctors and nurses, are all sincerely dedicated to their patients. I'm sure even Dr. Grant has his reasons for going down the path he did. Don't worry, I'm not under the assumption that everyone in the hospital is some kind of villain. On the contrary, I'm grateful how much you're all cooperating with the investigation. That's a relief to hear. For my part, I recognize that, given what happened here, the hospital does bear some responsibility. For the sake of the patients, we'd like to avoid suspending service if possible, though. That's not something I can decide on my own, but rest assured the department will do its best to handle things appropriately. By the way, Inspector, are you perhaps from somewhere in the southern part of the Central East? I was born in the Republic, but my parents immigrated from that area, yes? I get it, though. The sense of relief you get when you happen to run into a fellow Central Easterner. especially a minority as rare as ours. Who could have thought an incident like this would lead to me meeting a fellow countryman? Think about it, with your background must have been a serious uphill battle making it all the way through the ranks to Inspector. Well, I won't deny there were struggles along the way, but at the end of the day, my current position is just a result of all the work I put in. I imagine it's the same for you. I'm glad to see you doing good work here as the doctor. They both seem to be in high spirits. I imagine so. It's not every day you run to someone with Southern Central Eastern lineage. They're pretty rare. Meeting a fellow countryman would lift anyone's spirit. So used to getting scowled from the guy. It's good to see him happy for a change. Got a bit sidetracked there. Now let me ask again. What instances would there be here at this hospital where a doctor could have contact with an outside organization? Man, running into a fellow countryman really made my day. But anyway, we'll do whatever we can to help the investigation. We should do everything we can to make sure patients like Yuto can focus on getting better without any worries. Oh, and speaking of Yuto, he's been given special permission to leave the hospital for the time being. His condition has been stable and it seems like he has something important he needs to do. Who could have seen something related to A popping out of nowhere like that after all this time? It's connected to the incident yesterday too. It makes sense if a special investigation unit is getting involved. We need to do whatever we can to help Inspector Laswani so we can make some progress with his investigation.
This isn't the right way.
I thought as much as we can't enter, but... Good, that would be it for today, I think. And the next time then? We continue in Trails Beyond the Horizon. I'm Ace and don't get lost.